Hi guys, so today I'm gonna be doing makeup for soft classic type women. If you're new, I'm gonna link my body types playlist down below. Before I start showing you everything on myself, let's first remember how soft classics normally look. So reading that from the book, soft classic, it is the overall combination of the balance between yin and yang extremes, with a slight yin leaning, slightly soft physicality with a refined and gracious essence. Their height is normally moderate, bone structure symmetrical with soft or slightly rounded edges, straight and slightly delicate, maybe small and slightly wide, but with soft edges, not square. Shoulders are tapered or slightly sloped. Hands and feet tend to be moderate to small and slightly wide. Body type, slightly rounded, tends to slight flashiness. Soft arms, thighs, and waistline. Evenly proportioned bust, waist, and hips, possibly of being slightly short-waisted. Arms and legs tend to be moderate to short in proportion to height. Facial contours are slightly small and wide, nose, cheekbones, and jawline. Facial features, soft and full, slightly flashy. Large eyes, soft cheeks, full lips, symmetrical and evenly spaced. Alright, now I'm starting my makeup. So I've already applied my foundation and powder. For the contouring, I'm going to use lighter shades, and I'm going to contour my cheeks in a circular motion, making this shadow look very soft and rounded. Now you as a soft classic can do it as you normally do this, under your cheekbone. My cheekbones are slightly low. This is why I'm not balanced, and this is why I'm not classic. So for me to make my face more classic, I'm going to create this shadow slightly higher on my cheekbones rather than under them, just to balance my face a little bit, and you don't have to do this. I'm applying contouring powder also on the sides of my forehead and on my neck, as I usually do, just to make my contouring more uniform. You also can do this. In terms of the nose, you do whatever you like. You can not contour your nose at all or contour it a little bit. I will have to make my nose smaller, shorter, and rounder. My nose is pretty dramatic in this case. Now I'm gonna do my brows. I'm not gonna do my brows thick. I'm not gonna add any additional strokes to fake bushier brows. I don't need that for that look. I need them to be neat and well-shaped, and I need them not to shout louder than the rest of my face. Choose the colors that is close to your hair roots. They should not be very thin as well. Now applying some mascara. I'm not using primer. I'm not doing my lashes super clumpy. You can get yourself elongating mascara. It will look amazing on you. It will make your lashes wispy, separate from each other, and slightly long. I'm also applying my mascara on the bottom. You can see if you want to do it or not. I think in both cases you look amazing. Now for the daytime look, you don't have to use any lip color, or you can add some natural color lipstick, better without shimmer, maybe slightly dewy. I'm using pencil because I don't have lipsticks, and I chose this dusty pink color. Very natural, and also I want to make my lips slightly bigger and rounder, just to look more like soft classics, and you don't have to do this. Many soft classics can look slightly weird when they overdraw something. Now I'm gonna apply some blush. Blush can be matte or slightly shimmery, slightly dewy effect, but not overly shimmery. Alright, my daytime fresh look is done. Now let's add some more. I'm adding some light matte eyeshadow. I can choose one of those three colors. One is light grayish taupe, the other one is rosy taupe, and another one is brown. Whatever your coloration is, choose something matte and not very deep color for the daytime. I'm applying it on my crease, however, you can make a daytime smoky eye out of it. Just cover your whole lid. So as you can see, that gave me some of that smoke on my eyes, but I still didn't blend it too much to the outer corners. I keep the shape very precise, and soon you will see some examples why is that. Now it's time for the eyeliner. They look amazing with matte and blended eyeliner. That's why I'm choosing dark gray eyeshadow for that. I'm making this line thin, and I'm making that very neat flick. This is another version of very good daytime look. Going to work, going to the office, it will look amazing. Now let's make a red lip look out of it. I'm just adding some red color on my lips. You can choose whatever you want, whichever color you like on the lips. Matte lips look amazing on them, better if the color is not super heavy for them. And slightly dewy effect on the lips, slightly moisturizing effect will look amazing. So they normally look amazing with that minimalistic, gentle makeup with pretty clean and powdery face. I decided to add some on the bottom, and as soon as I did this, I decided to get rid of that blush, because at that very moment, that became too much. Yeah, that sometimes happens with classics. Too much color everywhere, they look clownish. Now I'm adding some of the darker color on my crease. That will give me slightly heavier eye makeup, slightly more glamorous, but still soft. It will accentuate my crease, it will accentuate my upper lid, and give slightly more contrast. And I'm blending the line very well. So that would be that kind of old Hollywood makeup. Maybe not with that kind of hairstyle, but you got the idea. Before I continue my makeup, let's look at some famous soft classics examples. And what tips and tricks do they have for their signature look? So first we're gonna look at Donna Reed, old Hollywood example. The makeup concept for soft classics is the elegant face. Moderate to soft colors that are well blended in rounded shapes with just a touch of sparkle on top of matte colors. Slightly pastel within the context of palette being used. Kinda modest makeup, I would say. Soft with matte colors, very neatly done, so as we can see on those pictures. Beautiful brows, and actually they're not thin. Nice and soft lashes and very blended eyeliner. And of course gorgeous red lips. And that's her being older. On the left picture we can see more of that fleek type of makeup. We don't see any sharp lines. Everything is blended. We don't see a lot of sparkle. And her lips have very soft color. On the right picture we can see smoky eye makeup, and still the eyeshadow is blended but it's not smudged. We can see that very neat and tidy shape. She goes all around her eyes. She doesn't add too much on the outer corners or in the inner corners, so her pupil is just in the center. She is keeping that balance, and so that looks very symmetrical. Marion Cotillard. So this is the perfect example of very gentle and nude makeup. That salmon color, lips and cheeks looks amazing. Also a lot of blending on the eyes, but still not a lot of sparkle. Remember I showed you some other body types makeup and how that kind of makeup would give some tiredness effect to some faces. And to this bone structure, it just does wonders. She doesn't look tired or sleepy with that kind of makeup. It is just making her very fresh. And this is her slightly retro look with red lip. And I think she looks even better on the left picture because of the hair. They look amazing with very tidy hair. So nothing would stick out, nothing would be frizzy or tousled looking. And again, the eyeliner is very thin. Maybe it is slightly blended or not, but it's so thin, so it's given her very sophisticated and very modest look. Not too much lashes, very well shaped brows that are not shouting louder than the other details on her face. And pretty clean face. They look great with slight contouring, but it should be very, very blended. And that's an amazing example of that daytime smoky eye with dark brown color. Again, not sparkly. It's done pretty close to the eyes. It's not very smudgy. It's pretty blended, and the rest is very clean looking. On this picture, the makeup is nice actually. A bit too sparkly. I would give it a little bit more matte finish, but in general I think it looks very nice. The only thing here is strange hair. Every time they experiment a lot and give themselves kind of a punkish look or something over the top, super original, bright accents, very contrasted hair colors or stripes on the hair, something like that. That just grabs away some of that sophistication that classics have. So as in this picture, her eye makeup is not very blended. It's pretty heavy and it's pretty bright. Also the shape of the dress, the earrings, and also those bright stripes on the hair, all that is slightly not for classics, so they look a little bit not themselves. Now let's look at Kirsten Dunst. I also wanted to show you that totally different coloration, very light skin, light eyes, and light hair. So in this case we can also see that fits her very well, that gentle makeup, very neatly done, fresh cheeks, fresh lips, very nicely done brows, beautiful eyelashes, and almost no eyeshadow, maybe some fresh frosty eyeshadow in there. Pretty light, but it looks good on her because she's light. On these two pictures she has more of that retro glam look, and I like it very much, especially in the right picture where her hair is not tousled. It just looks healthier on them. Again, brows are not shouting too loud. Nothing is basically shouting too loud. The eyeshadow is blended. The eyeliner is thin, not chunky. All these lines are very gentle. On this picture she has that kind of very soft smoky eye, which looks great again on the daytime. Dusty pink lips that again look amazing on her. And the eye makeup is very blended, not smudged. The shape is pretty clear from the distance, and everything looks pretty balanced. Now let's see some experiments. Here she has that very red eyeshadow that is pretty smudged all over, and we don't see that exact shape. So from my opinion, it's going too far to the brows, and I think it's too bright for her. It makes her eyes look a little bit sick. Everything that is over the top on classics, it just pops to the eyes so much because everything in their body is so balanced, so everything that is over the top can really attract too much attention on itself, much more than on the other body types, let's say. Also on these two pictures, too severe eye makeup. So the line is not blended enough. It looks very heavy on their eyes normally. They're very balanced and soft, so all that is making them look unnatural. And also when they have many bright colors and many bright accents on their face. Bright eyes and bright lips and bright cheeks, let's say. On this picture as well, too heavy and not blended enough eye makeup, along with hair that maybe would look a bit better on naturals. Now let's look at Jessica Chastain. She has kind of grayish bluish eyes with that beautiful orange hair. So on these two pictures, you can see almost empty eyes, especially in the left picture. You can see too many lashes. If they do lash extensions, they would look better with very wispy, very feminine, and not too many eyelashes. So she has the very light and soft eyeshadow in here. It's not necessarily super sparkly. It does reflect light, but it's very diffused. It's not like frosty sparkling. And that very gentle color on the lips, and not too much contouring. Actually, she does have some contouring here, but it's so well blended so we don't see any lines here. And this is that red lip look. Check that eyeliner, that is very well blended. Look at that gradient. And again, the brows. They don't shout louder than anything else. They look amazing with that flick that is slightly blended on the sides. So you can also try this, but make sure that your eyes still look symmetrical. In some cases, that can make your eyes look slightly disbalanced, so you would look more cross-eyed. On this picture, amazing smoky eye. Yes, it's pretty heavy makeup for soft classics, but as far as it's done very neat and it's blended very well, it gives her eyes a very certain shape. So the eyes kind of equally surrounded by the eyeshadow. And again, soft cheeks, soft lips, not too much contouring, very clean look, clean face, and hair in the back, beautiful. And here I just wanted you to compare. On the left picture, she has more of the blended eyeliner, and on the right picture, she has too sharp eyeliner. So as you can see, unblended line can make them look slightly older than they are, and it's just in general slightly heavier on their face. Also, I wanted to show you this example of heavy over-the-top makeup. You can see that it's a little bit too smudgy for her. It kind of occupies much more area on the eyes than it should. And it's kind of blended to the side, it's blended to the nose. So her eyebrows start looking slightly heavy. The brow bone starts looking pretty low. Also that pretty bright reddish color in the eyes. So it can slightly disbalance their look. Also on these pictures, too much shimmer, too much indefinite shapes. It's under the eyes, it goes to the sides too much, it's blended to the temples, slightly too long. We just want to make it slightly more clean. Back to my makeup. Now back to my nude lips. I'm preparing myself for smoky eye makeup. For my smoky eye, I chose that purplish, brownish, dusty and slightly satin finish color. You can use matte colors with slight shimmer in them, or you can use matte colors and add shimmer somewhere else in your makeup. It's up to you. They don't look as good with over shimmery colors. I'm applying it all over my lid and slightly go into the crease and blend it very well in a rounded shape. Make sure it all looks neat. Make sure that the shape is very precise and we can see from the distance what kind of shape we created. Make sure that the skin around is very clean. That's very important for classics. No smudgy look. Adding some mascara in there. As far as most of my makeup is pretty matte, I'm applying some shimmer on my face, a little bit on my chin, and some on my cheeks to create a transparent skin kind of a look. You can try and make your makeup slightly heavier. It also will depend on your coloration. If you have dark skin, of course, you can choose darker colors. You can be a bit more intense in here. Just make sure that you blend good. Make sure you keep the shape precise but soft. Alright, that's the final look. If you are a soft classic, please share with us in the comments what do you do for your signature look. If you found those tricks that help you to look your best. Also, now I have my sponsorship button. If you want, you can click and support me. You will get early access to some of my videos, and also in the future I'm gonna add more and more exclusives in there. If you love some retro music, some classic rock, you're welcome to subscribe on my music channel as well. You can also support me on Patreon. That would be a huge help for me. I upload some exclusive videos there sometimes, and I answer your questions there, so please welcome. You can subscribe on my Instagram for just random stuff from my music and from my makeup life. You can also subscribe on my Pinterest, where I have 13 boards as an inspiration for each body type. It might help you to get a better idea about the body types in general. Alright, continuing this series, I'm gonna see you in several days, and there's only one body type left. Almost 13 videos overall. So theatrical romantics, see you in 1 week. Goodbye.